Hatshepsut ruled for over 2 decades, a period of immense prosperity and architectural marvels. She wasn't a conqueror in the traditional sense. Her power came from masterful administration, trade expeditions that brought immense wealth to Egypt, and a building program so grand that its monuments still stand today. She skillfully used propaganda, depicting herself with male pharaonic attributes, to solidify her authority in a male-dominated world. Hatshepsut proved that power isn't just about warfare. It's about building a legacy that lasts for millennia. At number 9, we have Theodora, the Empress of the Byzantine Empire. Her story is a true rags-to-riches tale. Starting as an actress, she captured the heart of Emperor Justinian I and became his co-ruler in the 6th century. But she was no mere figurehead. Theodora was a brilliant and savvy political strategist. During the critical Nika riots, when Justinian was ready to flee, it was Theodora who stood firm, delivering a speech that convinced him to stay and fight, ultimately saving his throne. After her husband's death, she took control of the Red Flag Fleet, transforming it from a collection of ships into a highly organized naval power with tens of thousands of pirates under her command. She implemented a strict code of conduct and a sophisticated business model, essentially governing a vast coastal territory. She was so powerful that the Chinese government, British, and Portuguese navies couldn't defeat her. In the end, she didn't fall in battle. She negotiated her own retirement, securing amnesty for herself and her crew. A pirate queen who outsmarted empires. That's power. Next, at number 7, is a name synonymous with leadership, Elizabeth I of England. Taking the throne in 1558, she inherited a nation torn apart by religious conflict and on the brink of bankruptcy. Over her 44-year reign, she not only stabilized the country but ushered in the Golden Age. A master of diplomacy and politics, she famously played her rival suitors against each other to maintain England's independence. Her decisive leadership during the Spanish Armada crisis, where she delivered her legendary speech at Tilbury, rallied a nation and secured one of England's greatest military victories. The Virgin Queen chose to marry her country instead of a man, dedicating her life to its prosperity and proving a woman could rule as effectively, if not more so, than any king. Our number 6 is the formidable Catherine the Great, Empress of Russia. Originally a German princess, Catherine seized power in a coup in 1762 and ruled for over 30 years, expanding the Russian Empire by over 200,000 square miles. But her power wasn't just military. She was a true enlightened despot, a patron of the arts, literature, and education. She founded the first state-funded higher education institution for women in Europe, the Smolny Institute. Catherine corresponded with philosophers like Voltaire and Diderot, modernizing Russian law and administration. She transformed Russia into a global superpower, not just through conquest, but through a cultural and intellectual revolution that she personally championed. Halfway through our list, at number 5, we have Wu Zetian, the only woman to ever rule China as an empress regnant. Her journey to the throne in the 7th century was a masterclass in political maneuvering. She rose from a concubine to the empress consort, and eventually, the absolute ruler. Her reign was marked by significant expansion of the empire and a radical shift in state policy. She used a secret police to eliminate her rivals, but also promoted officials based on merit rather than family connections, strengthening the central government. She was a patron of Buddhism, and her era saw the creation of incredible art and architecture. Despite a controversial legacy, Wu Zetian's ambition and intelligence allowed her to break every rule and hold the ultimate power in one of the world's greatest civilizations. At number 4, we have Marie Curie. Her power wasn't political or military. It was the power of a revolutionary intellect that changed our understanding of the universe. A physicist and chemist, Curie conducted pioneering research on radioactivity. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, the first person and only woman to win it twice, and the only person to win a Nobel Prize in 2 different scientific fields. Her work led to the development of X-rays in surgery and eventually to nuclear energy and cancer treatments. In a time when science was almost exclusively a man's world, Marie Curie's relentless dedication and groundbreaking discoveries forged a new path for women in science and fundamentally altered the course of modern history. Entering our top three, we have Isabella I of Castile. Alongside her husband, Ferdinand of Aragon, she unified Spain and laid the groundwork for it to become the first truly global superpower. Isabella was no passive queen. She was a decisive and often ruthless ruler who commanded armies and took a direct role in governance. Her most famous act was sponsoring Christopher Columbus's voyage in 1492, a decision that literally reshaped the map of the world and kicked off the Age of Discovery. While her reign was also marked by the Spanish Inquisition and the expulsion of Jews and Muslims, the sheer scale of her impact on global politics, exploration, and the creation of the Spanish Empire makes her one of the most consequential rulers, male or female, in history. Our runner-up, at number 2, is Cleopatra VII of Egypt. The last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom, Cleopatra is legendary for her intelligence and political prowess. She wasn't just a beautiful seductress, as Hollywood often portrays her. She was a brilliant strategist who spoke multiple languages and was highly educated. In a kingdom being crushed by the rising power of Rome, she skillfully navigated complex political waters, forming alliances with two of Rome's most powerful men, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, to protect her throne and her people. She commanded armies and navies and fought to maintain Egypt's independence to the very end. Her story is a testament to using every tool at your disposal, intellect, charm, and sheer nerve, to wield power on the world stage. And finally, at number 1, the most powerful woman who ever lived is the Virgin Mary. Now, this might be a surprising choice, but think about the sheer scale of her influence. For over 2 billion Christians and 1.5 billion Muslims, she is one of the most revered figures in history. Her power isn't in armies or empires, but in a profound spiritual and cultural influence that has shaped civilizations, inspired countless works of art, music, and literature, and guided the moral compass of billions for 2 millennia. Entire nations and continents have been shaped by devotion to her. No other woman in history has held such a deep and lasting sway over the hearts and minds of so much of humanity. Her power is quiet, spiritual, and utterly immeasurable, making her, in our view, the most influential and powerful woman of all time. And that's our list. From pharaohs and pirates to scientists and spiritual icons, these women prove that power comes in many forms. Who do you think should have been on this list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another countdown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.